my all-time favorite, Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Blockers Furniture is having a truckload sale. Right now, you can save 20% on sofas and love seats when you mention radio. Blockers' 80,000 square foot showroom is home to the largest in-stock selection of living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, unique furniture accents, outdoor furniture, and more. That means you can take your furniture home that same day or have it delivered. Check out the Blockers Sleep Gallery, too. They carry a huge selection of mattresses, including all the name brands you love. Blockers Furniture truckload sale. 2402 Southwest College Road, Ocala, next to Hobby Lobby. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Hey there, I have a question for you. Is your roof asphalt and does it look like it needs replacement? Did you get quotes and were you in sticker shock? Would you like to save not hundreds, but thousands of dollars? Did you call RoofMax? Well, call RoofMax with their patent-pending technology, which can add years to your roof without needing to replace it. And it's easy. You just pick up the phone for a free quote. Plus, they use state-of-the-art satellite technology to measure your roof. So, if your roof is over 7 years old, then you should call RoofMax today at 352-639-2777. That's 352-639-2777.
Nobody does spring planting like Rural King, and nobody beats our prices on farm and home favorites, like our own lawn and garden batteries for just $19.99, or 1 cubic foot bags of all-purpose topsoil, just $1.89 a piece, and everything looks better with fresh mulch. Get 2 cubic foot bags in cypress, red, brown, or black, just $2.49 a piece. Stock up today at ruralking.com or your neighborhood Rural King, America's farm and home store.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Wednesday, you know, as Americans, we spend twice as much on health care as any other of the developed countries in the world. Yet, on a whole, our health is terrible compared to the rest of the high-income countries. Why is that? Well, our next guest, Sean Martin and Dr. Fernanda Pooley, they're two of the founding partners of Primary Care for America, a new collaboration of experts working to shift the conversation by educating people about the value of prioritizing high-quality primary care for everyone. They say fixing a broken system starts with the doctor you may not be seeing. Gentlemen, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tom.
Doctor, let's start with you. What is the main role of a primary care team, and why should every American have one?
Yeah, so Tom, one of my mentors, Barbara Starfield, who was a professor at Johns Hopkins, she talked about the 4 C's that define great primary care. First, it's comprehensive. It's a doctor who can focus on my whole, not just any organ, system, or part. Number 2 is continuous. It's based on a longitudinal relationship, someone I can see through my lifetime who can really help me improve my health. Third is first contact. It's the first place you go when you need a problem. And fourth is coordination, that it really helps me coordinate the whole rest of the healthcare system. To put another way, it's someone who gets to know all of me, sticks with me over time. It's the place I can go when I need any sort of help and coordinate all the rest of the stuff in the system. You know, I think you and your listeners probably know that health is really complicated, and that the system is even more so. All of us need someone, an advocate who works for us, like your primary care physician or team, to really help us deal with our health. It allows us to find problems early and then navigate the system and manage chronic conditions better.
Doctor, I think you're absolutely correct. I just went through a year of serious medical conditions with my heart and my back, had surgery on my back, had surgery on my heart, and both specialists. But my primary care physician was like my advocate that explained things to me that the other doctors may not have been as good at explaining. And he actually worked with them as a team to make sure that my health was the priority, and it made me feel a lot better. And that's what you're talking about.
That's absolutely what the role of primary care is.
Mr. Martin, tell us, studies have shown that the U.S. spends twice as much per person on health care than any other country that's as developed as we are, yet obesity runs wild, diabetes is going wild, we're less healthy, it's obvious. What needs to occur in our health system to improve our health care?
Tom, I think there's a couple of things. I think, first of all, we know that when people have an ongoing relationship with a primary care physician or a primary healthcare team, similar to your situation, they tend to have better health outcomes and are healthier than those who do not have a regular primary care team. We need to focus our healthcare system on creating greater access to affordable primary care, and we need to prioritize a patient's physical and mental health over the course of their lifetime, not just when they're sick. And this investment in health over the course of a lifetime will help us prevent illness, help us maintain a higher quality of health and life, and it'll help individuals actually live a healthier life for a longer period of time.
Doctor, why should patients get involved to influence change when it comes to funding for primary care? Are patients the people who dictate how this change is going to happen?
Yeah, so I think we have a lot of power as patients, and we are the ones who would benefit. When we are relying on a broken healthcare system, again, as you saw, Tom, we are vulnerable to preventable diseases, to chronic conditions. We're vulnerable to not getting the care we need. And a health system that prioritizes and invests in primary care actually will allow all of us to get better health care. So I've had the privilege to start and run what's known as an advanced primary care practice. We've been able to convince payers to pay us double typical primary care. We've been able to invest in teams and more time to spend with people, better technology to help track conditions. And what we've been able to show is this leads to dramatically better experience for people, much better long-term outcomes. What we do is we keep people out of the hospital in the emergency room, and that lowers the total cost of care, so premiums can go down. And this is exactly what everyone in America needs.
We're talking with Dr. Fernanda Poole, Chief Innovation Officer of One Medical, and Sean Martin, the Executive Vice President and CEO of the American Academy of Family Physicians. Mr. Martin, can you share how patients can get involved to influence change when it comes to funding for primary care?
Well, sure. I think the first thing, Tom, is that spending tends to reflect what we value in the country and in our healthcare system. And currently in the United States, we spend about 5% of our overall healthcare funding on primary care, even though we know primary care is the only type of healthcare that has demonstrated the ability to improve the health of individuals over all ages of their lifetime. So what each of us should do is we should discuss with our employers, we should discuss with our elected officials that we value primary care, and we would like to see them place a higher priority on primary care in our healthcare system.
Doctor, how important is it to have an open, frank line of communication with your primary care doctor to try to enforce some of these changes? I'll give you a prime example. My primary care physician and I, we have a very good relationship. And about 4 years ago, I had some high blood pressure issues, and I said, "Hey, doctor, I need, my blood pressure's up. I need some new medicine." And he was very frank with me. He goes, "Tom, your blood pressure would be fine if you lost 65 pounds. You're a little too heavy. That's the problem." I lost the 65 pounds. My blood pressure was 120/80. So how good is it to have frank discussions between doctor and patient to exact some of these changes?
Yeah, so exactly what happened with you is what should be happening in primary care. To have an open dialogue between patients and their doctors and their teams, and really come up with a plan for you. right? So again, this is about what's consistent with what's happening to you with your sort of biology and with your values and preferences. And so for some people, taking medications may be the right idea. For some people, maybe they need to lose weight. Other people, they need to do something different, start exercising more. And so that's why I think primary care is so important. It's got to be customized to the individual, and it only works with an open dialogue. And part of the problem with primary care right now is we're not investing in it, so we don't have time. Most primary care doctors, unfortunately, are in systems where they don't have enough time to have exactly the sort of conversations that you talked about, which improve health, right? You just prevented probably a stroke in your future by doing that.
Well, I was very diplomatic in the conversation we had. It was more like lose weight, fat boy, and you'll get better. But we're really good friends, so him and I have a good banter with each other. So, because we're good friends. So, but you know, it begs the question then: is this a system that is broken but can be fixed, Mr. Martin, from the inside out? Is that what I'm learning from you guys today? That this is a system. If the patients and primary care doctors get together, we could fix this system from the inside out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, our system has its challenges, and it tends to produce outcomes that are not favorable to individuals and, of course, the population as a whole. But everything is fixable, and a greater investment in primary care and a greater prioritization, honestly, Tom, in primary care to achieve the relationship that you have with your primary care physician is possible for all Americans. And we are committed to this cause, and we think it is a cause worth pursuing.
Finally, gentlemen, thanks so much for being here this morning. Where can our listeners go to find more information about this very serious subject?
Well, great, Tom. Thank you for having us. And everybody can visit primarycareforamerica.org to learn more about what is possible when we prioritize primary care.
Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here this morning.
Thank you, Tom.
You know, I got a good relationship with my primary care doctor, but that's the first line of defense, folks. Your primary care physician is your first line of defense towards all your health care problems. And you need to have a better understanding of that, that your health is your call, and a relationship with your primary care physician helps with that. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.